Peace, peace, family. So I'm back with another one. You know what I'm saying? So today what I wanted to do was I just kind of wanted to dive in and give a little spiritual background breakdown of texting and just a little bit of how to make it more effective. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people and beings and us wasn't taught how to use texting as a form of communication. You know what I'm saying? It's not really as self-explanatory as phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Phone calls, you are closer to the being's vibration. You know what I'm saying? So you can still kind of feel it, hear it, and be able to mesh with that spiritual being a lot easier through a phone call or through a FaceTime call. But text messaging is completely different. So text messaging works perfect for the demonic forces. I'm going to say that again. Text messaging works perfect for the demonic forces. Anybody that's with the ops, that move with the ops, that cooperates with them, that's a zombie for them, you know, a cooperative demon for them, like, text messaging is perfect for them. And one huge reason why text messaging is huge for them is because text messaging hides the emotions behind the communication. It doesn't completely remove the emotions because we're always energy and motion. So whatever you do, it's energy and motion. So it will never fully remove it, but it just kind of hides it and tucks it away. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you never really know how somebody is feeling through a text message if you don't know them or trust their spirit, because you don't know how organic their messages are going to be to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how honest they're going to be with you in that process. And that goes the same for in person, but in person you have your discernment and your intuition that you have easier access to use when managing communication with these vessels. So for me, I had to understand and realize, like, if I move with the creator, right, and I say it's only two teams out here, and I just minimize it this way, and I like to look at it this way because it makes maneuvering in the matrix a lot easier. Two teams, the creator, the demonic forces. You know what I'm saying? Those two teams. So if I move with the creator and your ideas, your communication, the things you're doing to show your clarity isn't matching mine or succeeding mine, I'm going to assume that you're in opposition. You know, it's been too many times where I've done it, and I know of other people done it. You know, you send a text message to somebody like, hey, was you busy earlier today when I hit you or something like that? I had something important to ask you at that time. You know what I'm saying? And let's say you sent it at 2:01. You know what I'm saying? And y'all been texting, and now all of a sudden you ask a question that's they don't really want to answer, because then they have to come up with a story for it. So instead of answering your question, they'll leave your text message sitting there and maybe respond to you a couple hours later as if that text message doesn't exist. So for me, I don't like ignoring people in real life. And I know that I move with the creator. I know I'm not dumb or a retard. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I go pick up my phone and I look through my message and I see it's a message from somebody that's in the log that's left there, you know what I'm saying? To me, I know if I don't respond to it and I still respond to them as if everything was okay, I know, me personally, I know I'm intentionally ignoring them. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's no other way around it, because I'm looking at it, I see it, I've read it, but I don't feel like answering it. So instead of answering your question about now, I'll say, hey, just got back in from work. What the fuck does that have to do with your question? Nothing. You didn't ask if they just got off work. You might not even care if they just got off work. But these are the tactics that some of these demonic people use. You know what I'm saying? Also, they'll keep things very short and blunt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how's your day going? Good. What you up to today? Nothing. Did you want to go grab some eat? Maybe. Like, beings who function like that, it's bait. It's like a fishing line, you know? They have the fishing line, and those messages are what's going on the end of the hook. It's just to bait you. This is just tactics that people use to keep you on the line so that way you don't go anywhere, or that way somebody else doesn't get what you are giving to this being. You know what I'm saying? So that even pertains to, let's say, if you have, you know, I don't even want to give that one either, because texting is literally its own form of communication. For me, when I communicate through text messages, I like to use emojis. When text messaging first came out, I didn't like to do it. I didn't like to use it. I'm part of the older generation. Like, I didn't grow up with that shit, so it just didn't fucking... I thought this shit was gay, to be honest. I was like, fucking texting emojis. Like, who the fuck uses that? Like, I could see girls doing that. But then the more and more technology stayed around, the more and more I understood that, okay, I have to use these other tools accessible to be able to communicate more effectively. So beings that know me in real life, they know I'm full of life and I'm full of energy. Like, that's just me. I'm full of ideas. It's just me. So if I text somebody, hey, good day, queen, you know, good day, king, whatever the situation may be, I might put some red exclamation points on the end, you know, because that's an extra step than just saying a good day. You know, you can put 2 dots, but that's all in the same keypad. For me to get the emojis, I have to go over to a whole nother step. You know, I have to go into my emoji keyboard. So the more steps you take, the more interest you put into showing you're trying to communicate effectively, the more you have to look at the people who are not trying to communicate with you effectively as an opposition. You know what I'm saying? There are demons and other beings who use the emojis and don't mean nothing by it. You know what I'm saying? But you can almost kind of tell if you know the being you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You can tell. So, and if people are texting you back hours and hours later at a time, you know what I'm saying? They don't value you or your time. Simple process. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? What happens is they're right here and you're down here. So if they get to you, cool. If they don't, fine. They have other motherfuckers on the list. Females, they got other niggas on the list, other men on the list, other boys on the list to keep talking to and texting and calling and playing games with. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for men. They got other women over here that they keep talking, texting, and playing games with. The more you ascend in this generation, in this day and age, the more you're going to realize, hey, I don't want to be mixed up with none of that shit. I don't want to be mixed up with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it pulls you into a dark portal where it's extremely difficult to get out of if you don't really know the steps, if you don't have the strength, you know, if you don't have the courage. A lot of these things, you know what I'm saying? But the texting, we have to be very mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? If you're around somebody all the time, don't bleed into too much attention if people save numbers or if they don't save numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I move with the creator. I don't always save numbers. I have excellent memory. This is how I used to remember people's phone numbers when I was younger, in high school, in middle school, elementary school. Like, these are tactics I had to do. I had to use my spirit. This vessel right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had to do. So I ain't want to run it up too long. I just wanted to put something down there for y'all to just stay in tune when y'all texting and calling it and communicating with people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of these demonic forces use trickery. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might take pictures weeks before, you know what I'm saying? But they're always talking to you and trying to show you pictures as if they're at these locations when these locations don't always have a timestamp on it. It's just they're trying to implant this imagery of what they would like you to see of them, how they want you to perceive them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not their job to do that with their words. It's their job to do that with their actions. You know what I'm saying? I can tell a motherfucker a million things. I can come up here and say a million fucking things. you know what I'm saying, and be shooting the shit. But the thing about me is I live this way too, you know what I'm saying? So when people run into me in real life, this is what they get. This is what the fuck they get, you know what I'm saying? My inner strength come from within. I just remove my whole immediate family, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to indulge in none of this bullshit with the Matrix. You know, we out here informing people and letting people know. And if I'm around you or in your vicinity, then we're going to be building and growing. But if I can't reach you in that field, you know what I'm saying, and this is how we're going to work these tools and tactics as far as being mindful and alert of the ops and these enemies out here, you know what I'm saying? But y'all just make sure y'all tap into everything down below, you know what I'm saying? Peace to the kings and queens.